Hello world, Krista here with Books and Jams, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different and show you a bookshelf tour of one of my 6 bookshelves. So I'm going to show you this one, which is right next to the chair where I sit. I'll put in a picture of each of the 6 bookshelves that I have. They're spread all over my house. I don't have an apartment that has the space to put all of my bookshelves in one room, so I have them kind of all over my apartment. This is one that's in my bedroom and it's next to the chair where I do a lot of reading, so I'm going to show you this bookshelf and what's on it. So this is the shelf that has most of the books that I would like to read next. So I'm going to start up here at the top and just kind of go over what's up here. So this pile right here is my current TBR. These are the books that I'm hoping to read in December, which you may recognize from my December TBR video. However, I did just pick up some of them from a thrift store and add them, and someone was given to me. So we have Agatha Christie, Hercule Poirot's Christmas, which I have kind of started, but not really. And then these 2 books were given to me by someone at church to read. So they're a Reader's Digest version of just some Christmas stories, and there's 4 of them in there. So I'm not going to really take the time to go through everything quite as thoroughly as others might. And then How I Came to Sparkle Again, I just purchased from a thrift store. Behind this pile of December TBR, you can see this tree. This is a tin work that I purchased from Haiti when I was there on a missions trip a couple years ago. And sitting here is a rock garden with a candle in it that was given to me as a gift for my birthday in July by a family at church and their 3 children. So they decorated some of the rocks, and I just keep that on the top of my bookshelf here. And also from that birthday party, it was a book themed party, and my friend Sophia, who's now in 6th grade, created this lovely topiary made out of book pages. So she ripped them into the pieces and then hot glued them onto a styrofoam and then put them at the top of this little vase, which is really pretty. And this is just a candle holder from Bali. A friend of mine who used to live in Indonesia gave that to me many, many years ago. And then hanging down here, I have a necklace that says Book Nerd, which is also from that book birthday party. Hidden in the back here, I have my TBR piles started for January, so I'm not going to go through those because I'll do that later. But then at the top shelf here, I have my little Jane Austen themed books. So I have Sense and Sensibility by Joanna Trollope, the Jane Austen Marriage Manual by Kim Izzo, Definitely Not Mr. Darcy by Karen Dornbos, Northanger Abbey by Val McDermid, Jane Austen's First Love by Siri James, Mr. and Mrs. Darcy by Alexandra Potter, and The Perfect Bride for Mr. Darcy by Mary Lyndon Simonson. So you'll notice that I don't actually have my Jane Austen books there. I'm hoping this year to collect the cloth-bound classics or some really pretty version of the 6 Jane Austen novels, but these are just Jane Austen themed books. So then we have this K, which is also from my birthday party in July, which is really pretty, and it does light up. Very nice. Then I have the few Sarah Dessen books that I've started to collect, but haven't read any of them. So we have Keeping the Moon, Just Listen, Lock and Key, and The Truth About Forever. I have space at the bottom for the series that I'd like to read in 2017, but this didn't fit, and it also helps to hold up these ones, so I put it here. But these on this top shelf are books that I've started. You can see bookmarks in almost all of them, but I haven't finished and have just kind of put down for now. So they're ones that I'd like to finish and get to, so I put them here. So I have Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie, Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close by Jonathan Safran Foer, and Lost by Gregory Maguire. So this one was in my try a chapter tag, and I enjoyed it, but didn't get to it. And then others I just have been on, these have been on TBRs in the last few months, and I just never finished them and kind of lost interest at the time, but I would still like to finish those. So then moving down to the second shelf, I have my Kristen Hanna pile. So again, I've only read The Nightingale, but I've heard so many positive things about Kristen Hanna from so many of you and other friends that whenever I see these at thrift stores, I pick them up. So I have The Things We Do for Love, Distant Shores, Between Sisters, Firefly Lane, True Colors, Homefront, and of course The Nightingale. This is a book journal that was given to me at my birthday party in July, and I decided to start this in 2017. So I'll be using that starting in January. Then I have my top TBR books that I'd like to get to, and some of these you saw in my top 5 books that I'd like to read in 2017 video, and then there are some others in here as well. So we have Just Mercy, which is a nonfiction by Brian Stevenson, Bird Box by Josh Malerman, Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, The Martian by Andy Weir, The Circle by Dave Eggers, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, Love Warrior by Glennon Doyle Melton, Emma Donohue's The Wonder, Burial Rites by Hannah Kent, and The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. Moving down to my third shelf, I have the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series that I purchased from Book Outlet. I like these editions of it. I'll just show you. They're a lot of fun and bright colors, and I like them very much, and they're holding up. My World War II books. So I've slowly been kind of gathering from other places on my shelves all my books that are focused on World War II, some nonfiction, some fiction, mostly fiction. So let's just start over here. Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly, The Brides by Helen Bryan, The Paris Architect by Charles Bellafour, The Butterfly and the Violin by Christy Cambron, The Throwaway Children by Dinny Costello, The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak, Codename Verity by Elizabeth Vine, The Postmistress by Sarah Blake, Sweet Francaise by Irene Nemirovsky, The Fires of Autumn by Irene Nemirovsky, The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaefer and Annie Barrows, Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys, Sarah's Key by Tatiana de Rosnay, Night by Elie Wiesel, The Boy on the Wooden Box by Leon Layson. I'm hoping sometime in 2017 to do a recommendations video about some of those that are my favorite books about World War II. You know I love books set in that era, and there are so many that it might be hard to decide what to start with. So I'm going to just do a video based on the ones that I own. So let me know if you're interested in seeing something like that. And finally, down here on the bottom, I have series that I'd like to read in 2017, which you've already seen me talk about. So I have The Bone Season and Mime Order by Samantha Shannon, Black, Red, White, Green by Ted Decker, Shadow and Bone and Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo. Then this pile here in the middle are books that were sent to me by the Fiction Guild that I need to read and write reviews on. I have Child of the River by Irma Joubert, Love Bears All Things by Beth Wiseman, A Love Made New by Kathleen Fuller, Waves of Mercy by Lynn Austin, The Loyal Heart by Shelley Shepard Gray, The Confessions of X by Suzanne M. Wolfe, The Shock of Night by Patrick W. Carr, and The Candidate by Lise Wheel. That pile is almost completely Christian fiction, so they're going to be faith-based. And then finally, over in the corner, I have my Kate Morton books. I have The Forgotten Garden, The House at Riverton, and The Distant Hours. I believe I have The Secret Keeper somewhere as well on one of my other shelves. I need to find that and bring it over here. So that is it for today's bookshelf tour and today's Vlogmas Day 20 video. And let me know if you enjoyed this and if you would be interested in seeing other bookshelf tours from me. And I will be talking to you again tomorrow. Leave a note down in the comments if you have read any of these books and which ones you'd like to see me read first. I will talk to you soon. Bye!